Okay, so you're thinking about XRP in 2025, right? Smart move. It's been kind of a wild ride, hasn't it?
Yeah, a lot going on.
We've been digging through all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Financial news, crypto reports, even some pretty opinionated opinion pieces out there.
Oh, yeah, strong opinions for sure.
But that's what we're here for, right? We're diving deep into XRP today to try to figure out what's really happening. I mean, is it all just hype, or is there something real here?
It's a big question, and I think a lot of people are asking it.
Well, let's start with that 14% price drop everyone's talking about.
Oh, yeah, can't ignore that.
I mean, ouch, right? Lowest it's been since way back in January. Makes you wonder if all those people who said they were going to hold on to it forever are starting to get a little nervous.
Well, I mean, markets fluctuate, right? And it's normal to see some ups and downs, but this particular dip seems to be connected to something bigger.
Okay, yeah, like what?
Global trade tensions. We're seeing a lot of uncertainty in the global economy right now, and that's having a ripple effect, no pun intended, on the crypto world.
Gotcha. So it's not just about XRP itself, but kind of like the whole global situation.
Exactly. It's all interconnected.
Okay, that makes sense. And of course, then we have the SEC, they're back at it again with Ripple appealing that ruling from, what was it, last year?
Yeah.
Still trying to say that XRP should be considered a security.
Yep. They're not giving up on that one.
So, I mean, for someone like me, who's maybe thinking about investing, what does all that actually mean?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that it just creates a lot of uncertainty, right? And uncertainty is never good for markets, especially the crypto market.
Right, because nobody wants to put money into something that might suddenly become like super regulated.
Exactly. If XRP is classified as a security, then it's going to have to play by a whole different set of rules, which could make it a lot less attractive to investors.
Okay, that makes sense. But what's interesting is I was reading this article in Barron's the other day, and they were talking about how this whole pro-crypto administration we have now could actually end up being a good thing for XRP in the long run.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, they were saying that there's a pretty good chance we'll see more crypto ETFs being approved. And if that happens, well, guess who's already positioned to be a major player in that space?
XRP. Yeah, they've got the infrastructure, the partnerships. They're ready to go.
So maybe this SEC thing isn't the end of the world after all. It might actually be the beginning of something even bigger.
It's definitely a possibility.
Okay. Now, let's talk about Ripple themselves for a second. They did something pretty wild recently. They locked up a massive amount of XRP, 700 million. That's a lot of XRP.
That's a serious chunk of change, yeah.
So what's the deal with that? What are they trying to do?
It's a classic supply and demand play. By taking that much XRP out of circulation, they're creating scarcity. And when something becomes scarce, guess what happens?
People want it more.
Exactly. The price goes up, potentially. It's like, think about a rare vintage wine, right? The fewer bottles there are, the more collectors are willing to pay for them.
Right. So they're basically trying to make XRP the vintage wine of crypto.
You could say that, yeah.
Interesting. And then, you've got Grayscale jumping in, filing for an XRP ETF. That's got to be a good sign, right?
It's huge. I mean, Grayscale manages billions of dollars in crypto assets. And for them to come out and say, hey, we want an XRP ETF, it's a pretty clear signal that they believe in its potential.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
Nope, they see something there. They see long-term value, even with all the uncertainty.
Okay, so we've got the SEC, we've got Ripple making power moves, we've got big institutions getting involved.
Yeah.
But, we can't talk about XRP without talking about Bitcoin. Right?
The OG, the king of crypto.
Exactly. I mean, how does XRP even stack up against Bitcoin? Is it even a fair comparison?
It's a good question. Bitcoin is still the dominant force in the market, no question about it. But XRP has its own strengths, especially when it comes to cross-border payments.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
It's faster, cheaper, and way more energy efficient than Bitcoin for those kinds of transactions. So it really depends on what you're looking for as an investor, Are you playing the short game or the long game?
Makes sense. Okay, now, this is where things get a little crazy. I've been seeing these articles popping up about XRP being used to, offset the U.S. national debt.
Oh, yeah, that's a popular one. It's a bit out there, though, isn't it?
It sounds completely insane, right? How is that even possible?
Well, the theory is if XRP reaches a certain price, like $960 per token, then theoretically the U.S. government could use it to pay off its debt.
Wow. $960.
Yeah, it's a pretty mind-blowing number. And honestly, it's probably more of a thought experiment than a realistic possibility.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to think about, though, right?
Yeah.
What if?
It's definitely interesting. It shows you how much speculation there is around XRP and how much people believe in its potential, even if it's a long shot.
Okay, so that brings us to this whole Hold'em 1,000, 5,000 XRP movement. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's been making the rounds on social media.
It's like the classic get-rich-quick story, right? Buy now, hold on, and you'll be a millionaire.
Yeah.
But how much truth is there to that?
Well, I think it's important to be cautious with any kind of investment advice that promises guaranteed returns.
Right, because there's no such thing.
Exactly, especially in the crypto world. It's a volatile market, and there's always risk involved. So do your own research, understand what you're investing in, and don't let FOMO, the fear of missing out, cloud your judgment.
Solid advice. So we've covered a lot, haven't we? The SEC, Ripple, Bitcoin, global economics, crazy theories, the whole Hold XRP movement. It's a lot to digest.
It is. It's a complicated landscape, but it's also incredibly fascinating.
So what's the bottom line for our listener who's trying to figure out what to do with XRP? Hold or fold?
You know, I can't give financial advice, but I can say this. Do your own research. Really understand what XRP is, what it does, and what its potential is. And then ask yourself, do you believe in it? Because ultimately, investing in XRP is a bet on its future. And only you can decide if that's a bet you're willing to make.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll be back next time with another hot topic and hopefully some even hotter takes. Until then, happy investing, everyone.
Yeah, see y'all next time.
Take care.
Bye.